So our genre of the month for this month is rock and roll. And this is very different to rock music because this came before. And rock and roll music kind of developed in the United States of America in the 1950s and into the 1960s. And it developed from music such as country music and blues and jazz, gospel, folk and work songs. Now, originally this music was quite popular among the black community, and the African American musicians played it a lot during the 1950s. And there was a style of music called rockabilly. And rockabilly musicians include Fats Domino and Little Richard, and they were popular with teenagers, and they recorded their records down in the south of America in Louisiana. And these teenagers would start to listen to the music and they really enjoyed it. And so there was a growing interest from white people because they were listening to it on their radio stations. And it got seen as a music of revolt and rebellion. Now, some early rock and roll music was created in one of the southern states of the United States in a place called Memphis, Tennessee. And it was a white record producer who was recording black musicians. But it wasn't until one day when an 18-year-old white truck driver came to the studio to record a song for his mother. And this song was called That's All Right, and this was in 1954. And do you know who that musician was? He was called Elvis Presley. And after that song, everything just exploded, and he became known as the king of rock and roll. And what I'd like you to do is research some of Elvis Presley's songs and find out why. He was quite a performer, so he would play with his guitar and he would be dancing, he would be moving his feet, and he would be entertaining the crowds. Also in 1954, a band by the name of Bill Haley and his Comets recorded a song called Rock Around the Clock. And you may have heard this one. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. And then it keeps going. And now this song was performed in a 12-bar blues pattern. So you know I said earlier that it was influenced by blues music. So the chord structure repeats every 12 bars. And so they might have singing for the first 12, then another verse of singing, then they might have solo guitar. And that is seen as one of the first rock and roll songs in 1954. And so this music actually predates the modern pop scene that we spoke about before. So rock and roll music, who else should we listen to? Bill Haley and the Comets. We've got Elvis Presley. Maybe Chuck Berry is a good person to listen to with his electric guitar sound. We should also listen to Ray Charles playing it on the piano and the organ. All influenced by the same things that I've spoke about today. So hopefully you've been inspired to go and listen to some rock and roll music. And I'll put some artists that you should listen to after this screen.